We've got debuts, we've got beatdowns, and we've got Dusty Classic action, or Claction, if you prefer, coming up on the NXT After Show right now.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Oh, it's a real party going on in here. It's possible we may not be able to handle this. But thank you to everyone for tuning in to the NXT After Show right here on AfterBuzz TV. Filling in for the internet's Mark B. Donica, I am Bill Handstock. You can follow me on Twitter at Sundown Motel. I'm not joined by the entire NXT team, unfortunately, but I'm joined by the biggest part of the NXT team.
The loudest part of the NXT!
The loudest part, the hairiest part.
You people who listen to this on iTunes, I'm sure I'm your favorite part of the show!
Can you handle this?
Yes, you handle this!
I actually muted Hobo and I still can't even tell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
like,
how it works.
He's coming through my mic.
People outside can hear me. They're going, what's in there? That guy sounds interesting.
Hobo is nature's microphone.
That's right.
True Hobo, introduce yourself to the people.
At True Hobo, one half of the United Wrestling Network Tag Team Champions of Friendship Express. No, we haven't exactly mended ways, but we kind of have to by Saturday because we're at Freak Show Wrestling featuring Cody Rhodes in the main event. So we better really hash it out because we're going to be on the road with each other for at least several hours.
Yeah, that's going to be a tense car ride.
Yeah,
Jervis is going
ride.
Jervis
is a little bit bigger. We don't have to sit next to each other. We can spread out to opposite sides of the car, so we don't necessarily have to interact, but we do have to get along inside the squared circle because then Sunday we're fighting the Classic Connection for the belts in Port Hueneme. It's gonna be a long weekend.
That's a long train ride back, though.
It is. I mean, that's the best part about traveling by train, though, is you can say that wherever the trains go is where I can be. Because there's no place that the trains don't run.
Yeah, and also the express from Las Vegas to Port Hueneme is never crowded.
No. Yeah. Going to Oxnard, well, occasionally you do get those guys heading west because it's hot as hell. In Nevada, you want to get out of there. So you go to Oxnard where the ocean is. It's really crowded down in, the southern Venice Beach type area. Everybody goes there.
Yeah, it's so touristy.
Oxnard, not so populated. It's cooler. You got the beach weather, but not as much action.
Yeah.
It's good.
Good advice to everybody. Get out to the Nards.
Get out to the Nards. Enjoy those salty Nards.
Salt from the salt.
It's sea salt. Yes, of course. Okay. It's sea salt.
Sure.
Who doesn't know that?
Right. So the first thing we had this week, we had a round one match of the Dusty Classic. We had No Way Jose and Rich Swann. Swanway. Rich.
No
Swan.
No Swan.
No Swan.
Ho Rich.
Ho Rich.
Ho Rich, no Swan.
Okay, yes, that's exactly what it was.
Also, one of the Chinese competitors going to be participating very soon. Ho Rich, no Swan.
And they were taking on Tony Nese and his uncle Drew Gulak.
His partner in the Bible sales business, Drew Gulak. Those guys look terrible in any sort of attire that's not wrestling attire. Tony Nese there in his suit all hunched up, and Drew Gulak looking like somebody's vice principal, just really angry. You have tagged every darn wall in this school. I am sending you home.
I am confiscating your phone, mister.
Absolutely.
And then Gulak's actual ring, his entrance attire too, his robe got him clowned on by the announcers.
See, I don't know why. At least they tried to match. They tried to look like a team. It's not so bad. At least they're like sort of together.
They both got beards.
They're both
black trunks.
Yeah, knee pads. I know Gulak
doesn't wear knee pads.
Yeah, but Nese does. That's why they lost.
Yeah, no knee pads.
No knee pads. You got a match.
He's the one that took the pinfall.
That's true, he did.
That's all due to the knee pads.
Yep.
What did you think of this match, sir?
I don't know. I feel like No Way Jose and Rich Swann were together in spirit. They felt each other's vibe, but it didn't exactly translate in the ring. There was just something about...
Yeah, they tried that one, alley-oop
Yeah, but
flapjack sort of thing.
Rich Swann didn't get
He's
as
just
high.
jumped as high as he normally does.
Right, you gotta post off the guy to make it really spectacular. I don't feel like these guys have actually teamed before. They don't really know how to gel just yet. But getting the win tonight might mean that they get another chance to gel as a tag team. Maybe tonight was a fluke. Maybe on any other night it would have been Gulak and Nice, but it was not to be.
Well, you know who was on the same page was No Way Jose and Rich Swann and the Full Sail crowd.
Oh, yeah.
They could handle that. Yes way.
In spirit, everybody was together.
Yeah.
Everybody likes the team of No Way Jose, Rich Swann, and the crowd. Eats it up. They love the positive energy.
They're singing,
because
they're
Tony
dancing.
Nese and Drew Gulak just sucked the air right out of the room. No fun. Those guys are absolutely no fun. Hard-hitting, really mean, incredibly talented wrestlers, grapplers, but they are absolutely no fun to be with. I would not want to party with them.
Yeah, Drew, like you said, Bible salesman.
Yeah, right.
But Jewish.
Yes.
Jewish Bible salesman.
So the first
half.
First half
Yeah,
of the Bible.
the original.
All of them are torn in
The
half.
OG.
Where's the back part of the flap on it? Well, it just come like that. It just ends. Then you got to get the other half. The story continues. Yeah.
All right.
It's like the Star Wars.
It is like the Star Wars.
Yeah.
Except the prequels.
Right. It does not get better. Yeah.
Right.
Guys,
Well,
bad things.
one thing that happened that you and I both reacted to like right away in this match was Rich Swann doing a leapfrog and Gulak sliding under and just like reaching back and grabbing Swann and throwing him with a sunset flip.
Yes. I know this from actually training with Drew. Drew Gulak is deceptively quick and able-bodied. His choice in ring is to be very sound and grounded. He doesn't take
Methodical.
doesn't take a lot of chances. He knows what works and what's going to work for him, so he likes to stay on the ground. That being said, it's a choice for him. It is not as though he lacks the option to do the other. The man could fly if he really wanted to. He could do all sorts of crazy flying stuff. The fact is, he chooses to stay on the ground. We just happen to see him move a little bit more quickly and a little less, say, methodically tonight. And it spoke volumes because it's so different from what you usually see from Drew Gulak.
A lot has been made over recent weeks. I know you don't watch Raw really, but a lot has been made of the difference between how these cruisers are working on Raw and how they're working on NXT and the Cruiserweight Classic. And it's easy to see why Rich Swann connects so strongly with audiences because he's sort of the total package. He can move, he's flashy, but he knows when to be flashy and he knows when to be impressive and when to slow it down.
He can feel it in there. He's not working from a place in his head. He can feel the audience, and you can see it when he actually wrestles in ring. You can watch him change on a moment's notice based on what he's feeling from the crowd. If the crowd is giving him something, he can change and change himself in the way he acts and reacts inside that ring very, very quickly, which is a great thing to see. It's very empowering to the audience because they now feel, rightly so, that they're giving this guy his strength. They are making him better simply by putting time and energy into him. Rich Swann is the embodiment of that.
Yeah.
He's a conductor.
And meanwhile, reports have come out this past week that WWE is over the moon with Tony Nese.
Okay, I can see why.
Why? Tell us.
Tony Nese, again, the total package. He's got strength, he can fly, he's visually stimulating.
But the same could be said of Neville, who they've had.
Very true, yes, but Neville is on the shelf still. Question mark?
No, he was in action on Monday.
Well, then I guess we can really look forward to a Neville versus Tony Nese, can't we? Maybe
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
why.
Maybe they're going to partner him up.
That would, I don't know about that. What do you call them?
Well, they always like to partner up two guys who look the same.
Yeah,
Call them the Neville brothers.
I think that name is taken, especially in like the Louisiana, New Orleans area.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's taken.
I don't know much, but I like that tag team.
That's all you need to know.
Yeah, that's right. We got, after the match, the No Way Jose and Rich Swann grabbed the mics, and they both cut sort of competing, coordinated promos. Coordinated promos.
Not competing so much. And
this is the first
I
time
don't know
we've really
if they
seen...
needed to do it, but it was good.
Sure. I think it was just mostly a way to lead into the dueling chants for the crowd.
Well, yeah.
But this is the first time we've seen Rich Swann cut a promo. Really. Like an in-ring promo. We've had him backstage doing like talking head interviews and stuff like that. This was his first promo.
Right.
What did you think of that?
Thought it was
Totally
great.
fine?
Thought it gelled perfectly. I mean, like I said, Rich Swann feels the audience. He's an empath. So he knows what the audience wants to hear. And the No Way Jose and Rich Swann they gel their ideas similar. They want wrestling to be fun and entertaining and hard-hitting. And why can't it be all that? Why? Yeah. They pose the question and it's being answered. They're winning, so it's working. There's no reason why wrestling can't be fun and impactful. I think I would know a thing or two about that.
I would agree. We got the announcement. We talked about this last week in News and Gossip. Hideo Itami is injured.
Yeah.
Is out of the Dusty Classic. Huge bummer.
Yeah.
Will now be partnering with Kota Ibushi. Instead, the Cruiserweight Champion, TJP, will be partnering with...
Strong. Very strong. Good.
I mean,
good idea.
that's certainly a replacement.
Yeah.
If your partner's out, replace him with a champ.
Yeah.
It's a good way to go.
There's a lot of cruiserweights in this tournament as a whole.
For sure. Yeah.
I mean, the past tournament, being the Cruiserweight tournament, has helped the Rhodes tournament by simply filling in a lot of the spaces that were previously available.
Yeah, a huge amount of cruiserweights and some very decided non-cruiserweights, which we'll get to in a minute.
No kidding.
But we got a look back at Bobby Roode bailing on Ty Dillinger last week when they ran into the debut of Sanity in the first round of the Dusty Classic. Dillinger is in the trading room with a very big ice pack, which you were jealous of.
I love that ice pack. I could use a thing like that as a pillow.
Go down to the store and get the bag of ice.
But it melts.
That wasn't a... That was just like a...
It was an ice. It was an ice pack. You can refreeze it. Did you see it was bendy?
Very nice.
You can't just get a slab of ice and expect it to form to your body instantaneously.
It's a party ice. You just punch it in the middle a little bit.
It doesn't work as well. Plus, you refreeze it, and it's a block. It's just a block of ice. There's nothing you can do with a block of ice. Except, put in a very comically large drink with a regular umbrella that's supposed to be a tiny umbrella, but it's funny.
No. But Ty Dillinger talks about being... It is funny. Ty Dillinger talks about how angry he is at Bobby Roode. He wants a match against him at NXT TakeOver Toronto. We're going to get that match.
But he tells the guy taking care of him to basically blow off, and the trainer's just standing there going, I'm trying to help you, man.
It's my job.
Yeah, I hope he gets a good tip. That's all I have to say. You got to tip your trainers.
Do you get tips?
I hope so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we also got Austin Aries backstage with one of the Cathys eating a banana, loading up on the potassium. He's so angry, he throws his banana peel on the ground. Sadly, no one came in the room and slipped
That
on
is a missed opportunity. Who is not keeping track there? You gotta really... Pratfall opportunity missed, people. Come on.
Well, I think it probably was a situation of if anyone had walked in the room, they would have walked past the box that Austin Aries was standing on.
It also could have saved Liv Morgan, though.
That's true.
We'll get there.
If only she'd gotten injured on that banana.
Absolutely. If one of those girls slipped, Liv Morgan to take care of the other one, and the other one's got a broken leg. Yeah.
So he gets asked about his partner for tonight's match at the Dusty Classic. Not going to say who it is. Then insults Hideo a little bit more. Way to kick a guy while he's down.
MRI was done. Shows he has no spine.
Yes, exactly.
God,
Sweet burn.
Terrible man.
Also, that'll definitely take a guy out of action.
A sweet burn?
No spine.
Oh.
Yeah.
So a sweet burn. Or a sick burn.
Sure. We got Bobby Roode with a $30,000 new robe and all new gear. Looks amazing. Looks like $1 million.
I mean, he looks stunning. I mean, really.
Yeah.
Whoa. Man.
That's why they call him Stunning Bobby Roode.
That's right. Yeah. Wait, no, it's glorious.
Ah, yes.
Glorious Bobby.
No more high heels on the back of the robe, but we'll forgive it because...
I want him to wear little pumps, though.
Yeah, sure. No, just come down to the ring in some stilettos.
Shuffling. Not stilettos. We don't want him to break an ankle. I just want some tasteful pumps.
Well, I saw a thing on Shark Tank that, well, anyway, he was facing Sean Maluta and quickly won against Sean Maluta.
Sean Maluta was on his game enough in the beginning to get a flurry of offense. Took Bobby Roode by surprise and almost got the 3 count on him.
Well, Maluta was probably watching last week when he saw that, if you just attack someone fast, Bobby Roode will just leave without taking his robe off.
Good point.
Yeah.
I also feel bad for Sean Maluta. By the time Bobby Roode was ready to wrestle, Sean Maluta had to be cold in that ring. I have been standing here for 15 minutes. I have lost my warm-up, and now I am screwed. I am definitely going to lose. That's how Bobby Roode gets you.
That's right.
He takes so long wearing that nice, thick robe that keeps him all warm, muscles loosed, ready to go, and you're just standing there like a dingus in the middle of the ring, getting cold. You're gonna tear a quad or something. It's dangerous. Bobby Roode is gonna injure somebody by taking as long as he does.
It's like icing the kicker in wrestling.
Right.
There was some definite shrinkage going on with Sean Maluta, let's just say that.
I've never seen him stand quite so tall.
He just got sort of...
Yeah, I mean, he's never won.
A little flaccid.
Sean Maluta has never won in WWE television. I mean,
has he ever won anywhere? Probably. Maybe.
Yeah, well,
sure.
Well,
we don't have the stats.
Yeah, I'm sure after the first time he was in the Cruiserweight Classic, he probably got a few wins after that.
Maybe.
Brought him back thinking, I can take Bobby Roode.
Yeah.
No.
You can't.
Nice try though.
Can't do it.
Yeah.
So Roode gets the DDT for the 3 count, then he gets on the mic, and he once again presents his version of history in that Ty Dillinger begged him to be his partner.
It's getting worse every time.
And just didn't, Ty Dillinger just didn't have the chops. then he ran down. He continued to run down Dillinger until got to the point where he was saying that Ty Dillinger was going to let down the Klingons.
That's right.
And then
those friggin' Klingons, man.
Ty Dillinger hit the ring, and they fought, and Ty Dillinger ran him off.
Ty Dillinger soundly drummed Bobby Roode.
Bobby Roode was Runnoft.
Yes, he certainly was. Runnoft. Is that German?
Yes.
Oh, that explains it.
German for having been run off.
Ah!
The feeling of having been run off.
You didn't say it loud enough, that's why.
Runnoft!
Runnoft! That's German.
All right, so finally we got to our favorite part of the episode. The beef shipment arrived.
Good God.
Yeah, that is the right sound to have played for the debuting tag team of Tucker Knight and the renamed Otis Dozovich.
Yeah.
And they got a promo before the match. Tucker Knight a little bit. The promo not so captivating, but...
Dozovich, I have been watching this guy in all of the videos that they've been doing down at the Performance Center, and this guy is just charisma.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable to me how this just square man manages to just take up the entire screen with his personality, let alone his size.
Yeah.
He's a fridge. He's a literal refrigerator. But he comes in there and his presence just fills up the place.
Yeah, he's sort of like if you cross like Typhoon or Rhino with Super Cop Dick Justice.
Yeah, kinda. A little bit.
Just a lot of personality, a lot of charisma, and a big, strong dude who loves to lift heavy weights.
So strong.
And the end is just so physically intimidating. And it was great. And Tucker Knight showed off his agility with a sweet drop kick.
He's done that before.
He did a double arm overhead belly to belly that was crazy.
I thought Roderick Strong was going to land somewhere far, far north of Orlando.
Tampa, maybe.
Yeah, maybe Tampa.
Anyway, Roderick Strong made his debut.
Surprise!
He was the secret partner. It was a very well kept secret. It wasn't announced on...
we didn't hear about that at all.
Wasn't announced on every
Nobody
version.
tweeted us.
It wasn't announced on every version of WWE's social media last week during these NXT tapings.
Yeah.
It definitely was. It was spoiled for everybody. But it's fine. I mean, we all sort of halfway.
It's how it is in wrestling now.
Sure.
Even with how Championship Wrestling for Bollywood does their tapings, they always promote what's going on. What just happened? You gotta tune in to watch this.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just how it is.
It's the nature of the beast.
Yep.
They know that some things are going to get spoiled, so they may as well put the spoiler out there without spoiling anything. Because they announced, Roderick Strong is here. They didn't announce he was Austin Aries' mystery partner. They didn't announce that he won his match or anything like that.
Right.
We also, at the same time that we got those spoiler announcements, WWE released a video of him getting his first backstage interview in a suit. So Roderick revealed that he is, in at least some ways, bringing his Roddy versus the World gimmick from ROH to NXT. Because he said Roddy versus the World begins now.
And he had full-size boots.
That's right. Well, mostly full-size.
Well, they were fuller.
Sure. Before, Roddy was sort of known on the independent scene for wearing, let's say, crummy little boots.
Crummy! Crummy!
Poopy little boots. They're little ankle boots that never made any sense.
I like ankle boots, but on some people it just
I
doesn't
like
work.
ankle boots in the right context.
Yeah.
Jack Gallagher could get away with ankle boots.
Sure, sure. It takes like a more stout guy to pull off ankle boots, I feel.
A more stout guy or a guy whose gimmick makes sense with little ankle boots?
Now, how does it make sense having ankle boots?
Because ankle boots are sort of similar to like the turn of the century type fighters. So if someone's like a catch can guy, like Jack Gallagher,
right? Well, I mean, I wear
or Johnny Saint, or
I wear ankle like shoes, but I can't get boots because my feet are weird and my calves are huge.
Well, if someone's wearing shoes, then there's wearing shoes. But if someone's wearing wrestling boots and they stop like well before wrestling boots should stop. Anyway, this has been Boot Chat.
Boot Chat.
This has been the Lugs Boot of the Week. And that's a reference you can bet on. Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Bill.
Well.
Thanks, Steven.
Thanks, Hobo. And so Tucker Knight, Otis Dozovic, amazing showing. A lot of body-based offense, a lot of meat-based offense.
Head-based
a lot of
offense.
head-based offense. Just, they had the crowd. They had them.
I just don't.
They had him by the Oxnards.
Like, just watching Austin Aries just making fun of Dozovic was
great.
Incredibly entertaining.
And then that sell that Aries did on the apron.
Dozovic just popped, and there's out.
I took a bump on the apron for no reason.
Like a comedy bit.
So good.
Okay.
I loved it so much. And Strong had a very impressive debut. He got Tucker Knight up for his End of Heartache or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I don't know what that's called.
His Roderick versus the World or whatever it's called. And then hit the sick kick. Well, it was really cool because before he hit the End of Heartache, he had him up in the fireman's carry position, the attitude adjustment position, and Aries just nailed him with a rolling elbow.
Yep.
And then he did the gut buster and then hit the sick kick, got the pin.
I don't even think he needed the kick.
I don't
Honestly,
think so
for Tucker Knight to get up after that says a lot about Tucker Knight.
Sure.
More than it does about any offense that Aries or Roderick did. Because Tucker Knight was still able to get to his feet.
Sure.
He had to hit that kick afterwards to put down the big man.
I do think it's interesting, but I think that it's kind of cool that, because Roddy has put a lot of emphasis the past 2 to 3 years on getting the sick kick over as a viable finisher. So for him to come into NXT and for them to still stick with that over like a more visually impressive move or whatever.
I'll tell you, nothing was more visually impressive than Roderick Strong lifting up Tucker Knight and then dropping him on his own knees.
Yeah.
There was nothing more impressive. You stop right there. You don't need any more. Plus, how many kicking finishers do we have in NXT right now? Put your kick away. Just drop the guy. He's so friggin' big. I was surprised he was walking with him with ease. And then he just creams Tucker Knight, and then Tucker Knight gets up, so then he had to kick him. Anybody else, anybody at all, they just stayed down.
Yeah, again, we get into a sort of weird situation where the NXT finisher and submission situation is very strange. Like, some people have this, some people have that. Something that looks like it would hurt a lot more or isn't as effective as something that looks like it wouldn't hurt. So
it's hard.
It's tricky.
Because it's
art.
It's somewhere between entertainment and sport. So you have some guys who are sporty and some guys who are entertaining.
There you go.
And then there's that disparity of things that actually hurt and things that don't hurt and things that, should hurt and all that. And it's very complicated. It all just boils down to who's doing it.
Yep.
That's the main thing that's important. Each person who does their finisher understands the best possible way to utilize said move to cause the greatest amount of damage. And that's why if somebody else were to use it, they're not able to get the impact. People do DDTs. Jake Roberts did a DDT. That dude was down. That dude was in a body bag and a casket and a hearse in the ground. He was gone. But if everybody else does a DDT, it's just boom, he's down. You know, now he's not dead. He's not even close.
Roode won with a DDT tonight.
That's true. Of course, he picked Sean Maluto way up.
Right.
I mean, he just bam.
You do a DDT?
No, I don't. I don't need to.
No.
I like picking guys up and putting them places.
Just put them in a box.
You go over there.
Send them to Abu Dhabi.
That's right.
All right. You call it the Nermal. We got look back at Andrade Cien Almas turning on Cedric Alexander after their loss to the Revival in the first round of the Dusty Rhodes Classic. And we got a sit-down interview with Andrade where he's delivering a promo in Spanish. It's getting translated by
I don't know.
Some Kathy.
Yep.
And then he breaks from it, and he in his promo he talks about how he took off his mask to come here, and ever since he's come here, he has gotten no respect, and
he lost. Actually, he lost his match. His last match in Mexico was you lose your mask. You didn't take it off, buddy. Here's another guy who's changing history around himself. I took off you lost your mask. Somebody else took your mask off for you. You had to leave it in Mexico. You could not bring it here. Somebody else owns your face, brother.
Death of kayfabe. Anyway, he says he wants to be respected, and he from now on he's only going to look out for himself. Numero 100.
That's 100.
Yeah, I'm looking out for Numero 100 from now on.
And then he tries to speak English, and Shinsuke Nakamura speaks better English than this man. Oh. It sounded like he wouldn't put his tongue back in his mouth when he was talking. Like he was talking like this.
Doing the King's Spanish.
Is that what that is?
Yes.
From Barcelona, of all places?
Yes. It's good heat. That's why Dario Cueto is such a heel to the Mexican audience, is because he's Spanish.
Is he really? Yeah. Oh, he's dark.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
Yeah. Anywho, we then got Sanity's entrance. They're still very cool entrance. And Nikki Cross was in action. I wasn't expecting Nikki Cross to be...
Of all of them, I thought it maybe another tag team
maybe
thing.
Maybe the round 2 match. Yeah.
But honestly, this was perfect. You have to establish the arguably weakest link.
Yeah.
That she would be. Size-based only. Every other part of her is perhaps sound, but because she is so little, you have to establish why she is part of this group. Why do these guys, these mountainous men, think that this little female is worthy of being with them?
She was in action against Danielle, Kamala, or Carmella, or Kamala, or whatever.
Somewhere in the middle.
Sure, it's
maybe that's how Kamala got the diabetes. Too many caramels.
Oh wow!
I pick on him.
Sure. So Nikki Cross once again proving that Sanity is an ironic misnomer. Because she had the DTs, she was in withdrawal, she was itching, her skin she was seeing a baby crawling on the ceiling. She just attacked Carmella with complete viciousness, hit a radical, it was like a fisherman neck breaker.
Yeah.
And gross, just
Carmella was out. Yeah, I mean, she was complete dead fish. Oh.
And they Sanity got in the ring, tried to celebrate with her. She would not stop beating up Carmella. They kept picking her up with one arm.
They tried to stop her.
Yeah.
She hit Eric Young right in the mouth.
Like when a dog that's wearing a shirt is like yapping and you pick it up with one hand.
Yeah. It doesn't stop. It's still wriggling and fighting.
She just kept beating up Danielle Camella until the referee had to reverse the decision for excessivo castigo, and
she didn't care.
Young
was pissed.
Camella now in the win column.
Good for her-ish.
Yeah.
I don't think that
Nikki Cross biting the ropes, going crazy, then riding away on the back of not Tucker Knight.
Sawyer Fulton,
like Fulton Sawyer? Sawyer Fulton.
I don't know. Okay. It's an S.
Sawyer Fulton.
Yeah.
Like she's Yoda, like as you observe.
Yes, she's Yoda.
Very good.
That's a big Skywalker, though.
Judge me by my size, do you? And then the We got a look at next week's matches for the Dusty Classic. Next week, DIY will take on Ho Ho Loon and Tion Bing.
How do you say DIY in Chinese?
Same. And TJ Perkins and Kota Ibushi will take on Lince Dorado and Mustafa Ali.
Yeah, I don't know who's gonna win on that.
Yeah.
Well, not exactly sure.
And then the main event of the evening, Shinsuke Nakamura was coming out. He was supposed to give his address to the crowd, but now no one knows where he lives because
He wasn't wearing a dress, though.
he was interrupted by Patrick Clark.
Yep. That was a decision he made.
Tangerine Dream or whatever he called
The
himself.
Velveteen Dream.
Velveteen Dream.
Baby, come on.
Tangerine Dream is an existing band.
Yes.
That's very
Yes.
good. But they're leaning very hard on the Prince allusions. He's delivering the first line from Purple Rain.
Yes.
Or no, Let's Go Crazy. Sorry, Let's Go Crazy. And he says, he's gonna bring it to Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke Nakamura kicks him and punches him and puts him down for the count. And while
but viciously
Oh,
kicked
no,
him.
yeah,
Like,
no.
He
wasn't-
tried to have...
it wasn't like the finger poke. Or
No,
anything.
he just got caught right in the mouth. He
destroyed
took his
him.
earrings off and everything.
Actually,
Hold these for
he
me.
took his
Come on.
earrings off for nothing. And while Nakamura had his back turned, Samoa Joe tried to creep her on down to the ring.
Caught creeping.
And Shinsuke Nakamura wheels around. Joe backs up the ramp. And then as the referees are helping up poor dearly departed Patrick Clark, Shinsuke hits him with the Kinshasa.
Yep.
Just to,
Just to
prove to Joe, like, if I'll do that to a normal man, imagine what I'll do to you.
Yeah. Although Patrick Clark was not impressed with Samoa Joe. He seemed to be an agent of his own design, though I think Samoa Joe may have had a hand in all of this.
Oh, yeah, no, he's
'Cause
backstage
with
talking
the
about...
creeping,
Yeah.
like,
It's like,
he knew
you know
this
what,
was
man?
happening.
I bet, I think this is your time to go out and make an impact.
I mean, he beat me, man.
Yeah.
He beat me, but you're coming up.
You got abs.
That's right. Kid, you got something. Look at that hair. Just look at it. You got something. Blouses. There can only be one blouse wearer in this company, and it's not going to be Shinsuke Nakamura. No, you go show him, Patrick Clark. You go show him who wears the blouse around here.
It's exactly how it went down.
Yep.
It was an amazing verbatim recreation.
Yep.
Recreation.
Was
a
I'm not doing this for fun.
Yes. You were in the rec room with the promo.
Little foosball.
Don't make that action when people can't see what you're answering to.
Foosball. This is a foosball.
There you go.
Right
just
here.
juggle them.
Oh,
Just juggle the
foosball.
foosballs.
Foosball. There you go.
There you go. Quit playing with your foosballs.
Hey, what?
All right, so let's talk about who's next in line.
Okay, next in line. All right, cool. Who's it gonna be? Who do you think?
No, you gotta
me,
say first.
Me,
yeah.
not you, but
Marco
me.
always goes last, so.
All right. This week, despite the loss, I gotta say the people I enjoyed watching the most were the meat men. Rarely do you see a couple of guys who are as big as they are, who actually the crowd enjoys. A lot of times in NXT, the crowd poo-poos the big men.
Yeah, don't poo-poo the big man.
But Tucker Knight and having trouble pronouncing his name
Otis.
right now. Not Otis. I'm gonna say Otis.
Dozovich.
They actually got the crowd on their side. The crowd wanted to see them actually go far, despite being against the debuting Roderick Strong, who everybody absolutely loves. Roddy. But these guys managed to pull it. They pulled the crowd in. There's something about them. Being as big as they are, they're fun to watch.
Yeah,
and I think if they stick together as a tag team, they'll go far. They could actually take on the Authors of Pain one-on-one.
For sure.
Not even having to duck or dodge. They could take them head on.
Straight up.
It would be a clash. I think I'd have to brace the ring. That's a lot of weight.
It is.
It's a lot of weight.
It's a lot of meat. All hail our new beef lords, our beloved meat men.
The white meat.
That's right. Oh, they're, white meat, for
Right.
sure. No
I mean,
dark meat.
compared to the Authors of Pain, they're the dark meat.
Okay, well that's another one. And my pick for next in line is Rich Swann. I think we talked about earlier, he's connecting with crowds in a big bad way. Him and Cedric Alexander, I think, of anyone in the Cruiserweight Classic tournament, they're the ones who the crowds have just been like, those are our guys.
Yeah.
And they love him, and Rich Swann just has charisma to spare, charisma for days. Amazing athlete, amazing look. Good on the mic, as we found out tonight.
Yeah.
And
comfortable.
I'm enjoying his tag team with Noe Jose, and the only reason I'm not also picking Noe Jose is because Rich Swann's already on WWE television and doing it, and he's, the fans love both of them, but I think that just every week Rich Swann shows us a little bit more. Not to say that Noe Jose doesn't, because I'm a big fan of Noe Jose as well, but Rich Swann's
just throwing Jose under the bus right here.
Nope.
Just throwing him right under.
Nope. Well, he's
grabbing him by the afro and throwing him right under the bus.
Such a big guy that if you threw him under the bus would just like hit him and flip over. That's right. Like The Fugitive.
Right.
Let's get into a little bit of news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
And gossip. All right.
Good job.
Yeah,
Good,
thanks,
that was
thanks.
all you.
Thanks, buddy.
Instinct. That's what we're talking about. You
So-
got that Rich Swann instinct.
We've got the good news and the bad news. Which one do you want first?
Let's go with the bad news.
Let's
Bad
go with the
news
bad news, yeah.
It's fun.
We need the Price is Right fail horn, I think. Doom, 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 doom. There you go. It was reported by a Maryland newspaper that a Performance Center signee that you've definitely never heard of, his name is Terrence Jean-Jacques. He was signed
name, though.
for sure. At first when I saw that name, I was like, "Oh no, is he Rougeau's son?"
Maybe.
In April, he signed at the Performance Center. He's been there. He was a University of Iowa and Rhode Island College collegiate wrestler. As I said, he signed in April. He's been at the Performance Center ever since. On Sunday, he was arrested and arraigned on charges of assault and battery, kidnapping, witness intimidation, destruction of property, and threatening to commit a crime. So, not good.
Disappointed.
There you go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Against
Very
wasn't it
disappointed.
his pregnant girlfriend?
It's real bad.
This is not good for him. This is bad.
Yeah. So he has been suspended, as you might imagine. I cannot imagine that he will be employed for much longer. But Terrence Jean-Jacques, happy trails. And the good news is that today WWE has officially announced 3 new Performance Center signings, 3 developmental contracts that have these people have reported to the Performance Center. They have begun, and they are established independent superstars or independent names that I imagine will not be in the Performance Center long. I imagine they'll be up on NXT sooner rather than later. They're in sort of that Oni, Lorcan, Rich Swann sort of mold. So, although
the Oni, Lorcan mold.
Hopefully none of them will go back to their roots. Because they've just come from the roots.
Right.
And all 3 of the names were names that we've known about for a while as being on the radar, perhaps signed, finishing up independent dates. Now it's official. From Amsterdam, Tommy End, who is amazing.
I've trained with Tommy End.
How great is he? Just super great, right?
Beyond great. And for someone his age, he is at the top of his game. For being, maybe 30 years old, he's been in the game for like 15 years.
He's been doing it
half his life. For God's sake, no one is better at what they do than Tommy End. At least right now.
So good, got such a unique look, and
I don't know about that. I even told him himself. He said, in Amsterdam, I look completely different. And I looked at him and said, round here, you look like everybody else.
Well, I think it's largely, I feel like he still has a very unique look, but I think it's mostly the way he carries himself.
He has a unique personality. Yes. Very intense. Yes. And intensity goes very far.
Yeah. Also an amazing, very strange personal background and history. Go check out some interviews with him. Go check out some of his information. And while you still can, look up Sumerian Death Squad merchandise. He is in a tag team in Amsterdam called Sumerian Death Squad. He has, bar none, the absolute best merchandise of anyone in independent wrestling.
It's good.
It is good. Get it while you still can. It's still available right now. It's on King's Road merch. We also had Irish standout wrestler Big Damo.
Yep, I know Damo.
Who is a huge dude.
And he's big.
Yeah.
Name is not ironic.
It's not
a
like
very apt
cheeseburger.
description.
Right. He's coming in very big in the UK, not just in stature, but also...
Yeah. He's a very stout man, kind of like
Otis
a little bit of Otis, but with an accent.
Yeah, he's sort of like Strowman-esque a little bit.
Yeah, sort of. I don't know if he's that... He's not as built, though, because he's round in the middle.
Right. Like everyone should be.
Yeah.
And then finally, Crazy Mary Dobson.
Oh, she's been working with the company for a while.
Yep.
A lot of people weren't sure if she was going to get signed, but here it is. It actually came to pass.
Only 23 years old.
She really? Jesus, I thought she was way older than that.
Nope. She's been doing it, again, another person who's been doing it forever.
Oh.
She was trained by Taka Michinoku in part. Yeah. Or trained under him, so when she was in Japan, she probably started the dojo. The M-Pro dojo. But you high on Crazy Mary Dobson?
You know, I saw her at ROH recently, and she didn't have the best showing. I actually thought, thinking to myself, watching her, you know, this could be better, but everybody has an off night. I think that she with her experience, as you said, she's going to go very far. She may just need a little bit of molding. So I think she's going to be just fine on the women's roster. They need wrestlers on that women's roster. They need more people that they can just push to the forefront, push onto television. Crazy Mary's one of them because she's been there.
We totally forgot to talk about it. Liv Morgan had a backstage interview and then got attacked by Peyton Royce.
We sort of alluded to it. But yeah, she got her ass kicked and then hauled out in front of everybody, kicked some more. Two of the girls being... What are their names? The Australian ladies?
Dillinger and Peyton Royce.
Thank you. If there is one weakness I have, I cannot handle names. Cannot handle it. Billy Kay and Peyton Royce said that they are running the women's division.
Yep.
You bring in Crazy Mary, you team her with Asuka. Those two, completely draw them out.
Yep. Good beatdown. Great, amazing kick from Peyton Royce that we both reacted to very
She's got the mean kicks. Both of them. Both of them. Mean kicks. That's all they really need.
Yep.
You can get completely destroyed in a wrestling match, but you land that kick, change everything in an instant.
Mean faces and mean kicks.
That's right.
They're from a mean country.
They are.
Yeah. No, there's so many things in Australia that can just kill you with a drop of a hat.
Deadly country.
Yeah.
Everything's poisonous.
Well, the Outback's mean, I would say.
Well, yeah, nobody's there. See, they leave that to the animals. It's too damn hot, they
Can't
say.
win in a fight against nature, Hobo.
No, especially the big red roos. My God, have you seen those things? You know what their plan of attack is? The Roo will grab you by the neck and then kick with its back feet and disem-freaking-bowel you, man.
It's
just completely, because they got the sharp claws on the back feet and just jut into your gut and rip you open. That place is not meant for people. That's why it was a penal colony. They sent them there to die, but those are tough people. They survived, damn it.
Take it from us, please stop hugging kangaroos.
What do you mean? They're not that bad. Some of them are cool.
You just spent like...
The big red ones.
Okay.
Like
if you see a red kangaroo, don't hug it.
They're small island
you
ones.
See the small gray
I went
one.
to the zoo when I was there, and I got to pet them.
Nice.
They smell like molasses.
Oh, that sounds
no
awesome.
joke.
That's great.
It's cool.
Very jealous that you got to smell a kangaroo.
I did.
Did your hands smell like molasses after you pet them?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's weird.
That's why you never washed your hands.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well,
Australia's right here. Whenever I want to remember Australia, right here.
It never leaves you. Well, do you have any final thoughts about this episode?
I think it's good. I think they're doing a lot to sort of increase interest in NXT again. It arguably took a hit during the Cruiserweight Classic. Arguably. But with this Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, I think viewership is coming back.
Yeah, I mean, they certainly seem to be back on the right track now. We've got all these debuts. We've got all these new people to get excited about.
It's hot.
Yeah, it's hot.
It's hot.
It's a hot property. Hot commodity.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Where can people find you, Mr. Hobo?
Then you can find me on Twitter at True Hobo. Watch Championship Wrestling from Hollywood on Fight TV. We are recording another set of tapings this Sunday at Port Wainimi. Saturday I'll be in Las Vegas at Freak Show Wrestling where Cody Rhodes is main eventing. Usually I don't mention the main event, but Cody Rhodes being there, I think it's going to be a packed house. And it'll be me and Jervis fighting. I don't know who, but they're probably going to get hugged to death. To death, damn it! To death!
To death.
To death!
To death, too quick.
Hugged to death.
Yeah. Well, you can find me on Twitter at Sundown Motel. You can check out my writing at uprocks.com/sports and withspandex.com. Please check out withspandex.com every day of the week. We have a new amazing article going up. On Wednesdays, Brandon Stroud is writing his Best and Worst of WCW Nitro Classic Series. They're all amazing, and just today, the one that went up this week is absolutely phenomenal. It's a masterwork. It features the absolute worst segment in professional wrestling history.
Really? I didn't watch it today, or I didn't read it, rather.
It's the worst segment in Nitro history for sure. It's Roddy Piper discovering his family.
Oh, God.
Yes. So.
I loved Rod, but man.
Yep, it was bad. It was bad. So, you can check that out, please. Go to Netflix.com. I have Three-Headed Shark Attack and Flight World War II on there. There are movies that I wrote. And you can follow Mark B. Donica on Twitter at Mark B. Donica. He is not here. Hopefully he will be back next week because he helps steer this ship.
Yeah.
And he frees us up to bicker more.
Yes.
Which is what we like to do.
No, it's not a joke. That's a reality.
Yeah, no,
that's true.
We like to riff just to keep it
not
going.
Not a joke. Still not a joke.
Okay.
All
right. And that's Steve in the booth on the rim shots. I don't know why he always insists on taking all those drums in the booth with him. Anyway, we will be continuing our contest on WWE 2K17 for our giveaway. This week we're going to be uploading assets to both PS4 and Xbox that you can make the most perfect recreations of all of the members of the NXT team. Tweet about us, follow us on AfterBuzz at AfterBuzz TV and AfterBuzzTV.com, and we'll see you next week.
Bye!
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later?
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.